Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are looking at two cameras that sort of sit at this really interesting, maybe even confusing spot in Canon's lineup.
They really do. We're talking about the Canon R8 and the Canon R6 Mark II.
And our mission really is to figure out the massive $1,400 price gap between them.
Right, because on paper, they start from the exact same place. And this is the first thing you have to understand. They both have the identical 24-megapixel full-frame sensor.
Identical?
Completely. Same size, 36 by 24 millimeters, and the exact same native ISO range.
So if I'm on a tripod in a studio with perfect light, the image quality is basically the same.
Functionally a wash, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a huge point in the R8's favor, considering it comes in at, what, around $1,100?
Exactly, $1,099. But then the R6 Mark II is sitting at $2,500.
$2,499. And that extra money, that $1,400, it isn't just for nothing. It buys you hardware. It buys you reliability. It's for the messy, real-world situations.
So that's our goal today, to unpack what that money actually gets you.
We're not asking which camera is good versus bad.
No, it's about what's better for you. Is the portable, budget-friendly R8 enough? Or do you genuinely need the performance of the R6 Mark II?
Let's start with the biggest, most decisive difference. The one you feel in almost every shot.
Stabilization.
In-body image stabilization, or IBIS. The R6 Mark II has it.
On the R8.
Has none at all. It's completely absent.
And the spec on the R6 Mark II's IBIS is, frankly, kind of unbelievable.
It is. It's rated for up to 8 stops of compensation. That's the SAPIA standard, by the way, the international benchmark.
Okay, hold on. 8 stops. What does that actually mean in practice?
It means that if you normally need a shutter speed of, say, 1/250th of a second to get a sharp shot handheld,
right,
you could theoretically get that same sharpness at a 1-second exposure. It's a game changer for low light.
So you can keep your ISO way down, get cleaner images, all while shooting handheld in a dark church or on a city street at night.
Precisely. It just unlocks creative options that the R8 user simply does not have. With the R8, you're relying 100% on the lens having stabilization.
And not all of them do, especially not the really nice fast prime lenses.
Exactly. You take a beautiful unstabilized 50mm f1.2, you put it on the R8, you have zero help. You put that same lens on the R6 Mark II, and suddenly it's a low-light monster with 8 stops of stabilization.
Okay, so that one feature alone starts to make that $1,400 gap feel a lot more concrete.
It's a physical capability, so let's move on to autofocus.
Now, they both share Canon's latest intelligent AF, right? The eye-tracking vehicle detection.
They do. The software is very similar. But the hardware, the actual coverage of the sensor with focus points, is worlds apart.
The numbers are pretty stark. The R6 Mark II has almost 5,000 focus points.
4,897 to be exact.
Then the R8.
Just over 1,000, 1,053.
So what does that difference of nearly 4,000 points actually get you?
It's all about tracking, especially with fast or erratic subjects. Think birds in flight or sports. With that many more points, the R6 Mark II's processor has so much more data to predict where the subject is going. It makes the focus stickier, more confident.
So for a portrait where the subject is still, the R8 is probably fine.
Almost identical, yeah.
But as soon as you add speed and chaos...
the R6 Mark II pulls way ahead. It's just more reliable.
Got it. Okay, speaking of speed, let's talk about frames per second.
This is another interesting one. With the electronic shutter, they're dead even. An incredible 40 frames per second. Silent shooting, super fast.
Which sounds amazing.
It is amazing, but electronic shutters come with a big catch. It's called rolling shutter.
Can you explain that? Because if you shoot action, this is a huge deal.
Right. So the sensor reads the image line by line from top to bottom really, really fast, but it's not instantaneous. So if you're panning quickly or shooting a golf swing, vertical lines can appear slanted or warped.
And that's where the mechanical shutter comes in. It avoids that problem.
It completely eliminates it. And when you switch to mechanical, the gap between these cameras becomes a chasm. The R6 Mark II shoots at 12 frames per second.
And the R8?
6, just 6. The R6 Mark II is literally twice as fast for distortion-free action.
There's also the maximum shutter speed, too. The R6 Mark II can go to 1/8,000th of a second. The R8 is capped at 1/4,000th.
And that matters. If you're shooting with a fast lens, wide open at f1.2 on a bright sunny day, that faster shutter speed on the R6 lets you do that without overexposing the shot.
So you don't have to fiddle with ND filters.
Exactly. It's another one of those pro features that just removes a headache.
Okay, so we have stability, we have tracking, we have mechanical speed. Let's shift gears to professional reliability. storage.
And for many working pros, the conversation could just end right here. The R6 Mark II has dual UHS-2 card slots.
And the R8 has just the one.
Just one.
Why is that such a deal breaker?
Because for a wedding or a news assignment, you cannot risk a card failing. With dual slots, you can write the exact same photos to both cards at the same time. It's your backup, your insurance policy against disaster.
If that one card in the R8 corrupts, you've lost everything.
Everything. For an enthusiast, that's sad. For a professional, it's a lawsuit. It's a reputation ender. The R8 introduces a risk that many pros just can't take.
And that leads right into the next reliability point. Battery life.
Another huge difference. The math is simple. The R6 Mark II gets 580 shots per charge.
Wow.
The R8 gets 290.
Exactly half.
Exactly half. The R8 uses a smaller battery to keep the body small and light, but the trade-off is you are absolutely changing batteries during a long shoot, maybe multiple times.
Well, the R6 Mark II user just keeps on shooting.
They have that peace of mind. It's one less thing to worry about when you're trying to focus.
Okay, what about the actual experience of shooting, the viewfinder?
This is a big quality of life feature. The R6 Mark II's electronic viewfinder, the EVF, has a resolution of 3.69 million dots.
Which is very high.
It's crisp, it's clear. The R8's is 2.36 million dots. That's more than 50% lower resolution.
And that matters for things like confirming critical focus, right?
Absolutely. Especially if you're doing manual focus or just want to be 100% sure the autofocus nailed the eye. The R6 Mark II's viewfinder is just a clearer, more immersive window to your scene.
Let's touch on video because these are both hybrid cameras.
And they're both incredibly capable. 4K video, amazing slow motion at 180 frames per second, no recording limits, and full audio ports, mic, and headphone, really strong.
But there's a but.
There's a big but.
Yeah.
The R6 Mark II can record raw video. The R8 cannot.
And raw video, for a serious filmmaker, is everything.
It's the digital negative. It captures the maximum amount of color data and dynamic range from the sensor. It gives you incredible flexibility in post-production for color grading.
So you can really push the colors and shadows around without the image falling apart.
Exactly. With the R8, the look is more or less baked in. With the R6 Mark II and raw video, you have the latitude a professional colorist needs.
Okay, so we've spent a lot of time on the R6 Mark II's advantages. Let's flip it. Let's talk about the R8's undisputed crown jewel, portability.
It's the whole reason the camera exists, really. It is so small and light for a full-frame camera. It weighs just 461 grams, barely over a pound.
Compared to the R6 Mark II, which is 680 grams, that's a difference you really feel after carrying it around your neck all day.
Oh, absolutely. The R8 is smaller in every dimension. It is the perfect camera for travel, for street photography, for hiking. It's the camera you'll actually bring with you.
But there's a downside to that small size, ergonomically.
There is. The grip is smaller. And more importantly, if you mount a big, heavy professional lens on it, like a 70-200 millimeter zoom,
It feels really front-heavy and unbalanced.
totally imbalanced. The R6 Mark II's larger body and deeper grip are designed to handle that kind of professional glass comfortably.
And one last small detail on the build.
The anti-dust shutter, a great little feature. When you take a lens off the R6 Mark II, the mechanical shutter closes over the sensor.
Protecting it from dust getting in there.
Right. If you're changing lenses out in the field on a windy day, that's a huge benefit. The R8 doesn't have that. The sensor is just exposed.
So let's bring it all together. Who is the R8 for?
The R8 is, I think, for the smart enthusiast, the traveler, the vlogger, anyone who wants that gorgeous full-frame image quality in the smallest, lightest, most affordable package possible.
And that $1,400 you save?
Goes directly into buying a fantastic lens, which will probably have a bigger impact on your final images anyway.
And the R6 Mark II.
That's the workhorse. It's for the working pro, the wedding shooter, the sports photographer, the photojournalist, anyone who cannot afford to miss a shot because of a dead battery, a full buffer, or a failed card.
It's for people who need reliability above all else.
It's the no-compromise option. But let's be clear, they both share so much great tech. The RF lens mount, the fantastic articulating screens, anti-flicker, they are both superb cameras.
So, to wrap it up, the R8 gives you the image quality in the most accessible package. The R6 Mark II gives you the capability and the reliability to get that image quality on any circumstance.
You just have to ask yourself, which of the R8's limitations is a true deal breaker for the work you do? Is it the single card slot, the battery life, the lack of IBIS? If none of those stop you, the R8 is an incredible value.
Which brings us to a really interesting final thought about how to invest your money in gear long term.
That's right. I mean, you could look at the R6 Mark II and say its features IBIS, dual slots, better built, give it greater longevity. It's a better long-term investment that might hold its value better.
Or does the R8's much lower price open up a totally different strategy?
A more flexible one. You could argue that by saving $1,400 today, you can afford to upgrade the camera body itself more often, maybe every couple of years.
So you're always getting the latest sensor and processor technology instead of being locked into one expensive body for 5 or 6 years.
It's a fascinating question. There's no right answer. The only real goal is to match the camera's limitations to your own needs.
Find the tool that lets you create without getting in your way. That was the deep dive. We'll see you on the next one.